I now give the floor to the representative of France.
Thank you, Mr. President. First and foremost, I wish to thank the Undersecretary General for Political and Peace-Building Affairs, Madam Rosemary DiCarlo, for the briefing which establishes the facts in an elucidating way. I welcome the presence among us of His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Rahman bin Jasmine Al-Thani, Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs of Qatar, as well as His Excellency Mr. Ayman Safadi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs of Jordan, and His Excellency Mr. Anwar Gargash, Diplomatic Advisor to the President of the UAE. I also welcome the representative of Israel, of Turkey, of Iraq, of Kuwait, and of Egypt. Mr. President, thank you for having convened this emergency meeting, which has been supported by France, as was clearly expressed by the President of the French Republic. The strikes claimed by the State of Israel, which struck Qatari soil on 9 September 2025, are unacceptable, regardless of the motivation. There is an important need for the Security Council to condemn them. France reaffirms its commitment to respect for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Qatar in accordance with the principles of the Charter of the United Nations. We extend our full solidarity with the Emir, to the Emir of Qatar, His Highness Excellency Sheikh Tamim Al-Thani, as well as the Qatari people. The President of the Republic of France yesterday extended to the Emir of Qatar our full support. These strikes represent a grave violation of international law. Let us recall that the use of force throughout and at all times is strictly regulated by the Charter of the United Nations. These strikes generate a grave risk to regional stability, which has already been imperiled by an alarming escalation of tensions in Lebanon, in Syria, and the entire region. It is in the interest of all parties, including Israel, to avoid a new cycle of violence with devastating consequences for the entire region. Therefore, we call upon all parties to exercise utmost restraint. These strikes, lastly, targeted the very area where critical talks are being held for peace in Gaza, and targeted those who were conducting the talks to achieve a ceasefire and the release of all hostages who are still being held by Hamas in Gaza. This needs to remain our paramount priority. Once again, France reiterates our unequivocal condemnation of the heinous crimes of Hamas, a terrorist movement, and the linchpin, and we call upon the movement to release the hostages and to renounce violence. The permanent state of war in Gaza cannot continue. France calls upon all parties to remain engaged in good faith, to return in good faith negotiations to end this war in Gaza. To that end, we welcome the tireless efforts of Qatar, which alongside Egypt and the United States has been engaged in critical mediation efforts, and we are very much grateful to Qatar, a key mediator, and we call upon them to continue mediation to that end. Mr. President, there is an alternative to the cycle of violence. That is a political solution rooted in the two-state solution. This is the only way to achieve a lasting peace and security for the Israelis and for the Palestinians, as well as for the entire region. This solution hinges on the recognition of a sovereign Palestinian state with renewed and reformed governance. This solution hinges on the disarmament of Hamas, its exclusion for the future governance of Hamas, governance of Gaza, and the deployment of an international stabilization mission in the Strip. And the solution hinges on Israel's regional integration and the ultimate establishment and construction of a robust security architecture for the entire region. We will remain mobilized to achieve a two-state solution, as was the case during the conference in New York, co-chaired by Saudi Arabia in July. The New York Declaration, the outcome of the work of the conference, sets out a unique roadmap to make the two-state solution a reality. This conference, which will undertake its next step on the 22nd of September during the high-level week of the General Assembly, generates unprecedented political momentum for peace and security for all in the region. This is a path towards peace. Thank you.
I thank the representative of France for the statement. I now give the floor to the representative of China.
Thank you, President. I thank Algeria, Pakistan, and Somalia for their initiative in organizing this meeting. and welcome the presence of His Excellency Mohammed, Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs of Qatar, and His Excellency Safadi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs of Jordan, His Excellency Mr. Gargash, Diplomatic Advisor to the President of the UAE,